A few weeks before my last day at work, I had one free weekend and decided to head to KL. It was actually an excuse to try something I had been curious about ever since it launched. The new ETS from JB to KL. I had heard good things about it, so I thought I would also like to give it a try. I usually fly if I'm going to KL, so this felt quite different. You get to watch the scenery change slowly, instead of arriving before you have even settled into your seat. It wasn't the fastest way to get there, but I think that was the point. By the time I arrived, it was already evening. The first thing on my list wasn't even sightseeing. It was durian. I don't think I have ever started a trip with durian before, but when in Malaysia, definitely no regrets. Saturday started with brunch at Imboni and Ivory Coffee. One thing I like about short trips is that they naturally slow you down. You know you only have enough time to see a handful of places, so there's less pressure to cram everything into the itinerary. After brunch, I spent a few hours wandering around the mall. I didn't have a shopping list and mostly was just browsing and seeing what caught my eye. Singing K in KL was cheaper than Singapore, so I spent a few hours there. Next stop was Volume. It's a relatively new cafe that I have been wanting to check out. At this point, visiting cafes has become part of almost every trip I take. I ended the day with dinner at a local restaurant before calling it a night. It was a relaxed day filled with good food. Looking back, I think those are usually the trips that I enjoy the most. My last day at work is getting closer, but life hasn't suddenly become exciting every single day. The difference is that I have started saying yes to little trips like this. And they are making these last few weeks before I leave feel a little more memorable. Sunday morning started with one last local breakfast. Instead of taking the train back, I decided to return by bus. I found myself thinking about how different life has felt these past few weeks. Thanks for watching.